present moment is the work, so I punched in for a double. The words to follow are what I learned, and I begin by acknowledging my defeat. I was not a poet nor a sage. These words came to me pretty much this way. Please accept this as my apology. Hard truths like these words will prove inadequate to convey. How I found heaven. It was hiding in the now. Christ consciousness was the way. Welcome into the now. My name is Arch Cowan Jones, and what follows are poems from my book, Into the Now. Number 25. Sin. I am beginning to define the word sin as the errors that proceed from our perceived separateness. Let me repeat, sin is the errors that proceed from our misperceived separateness. The prize that ego consciousness wins is the piling up of the suffering of our planet and our friends. Is there any hope for the oceans, for the skies, and for our neighbors? And what is the point? What is our fruit? And what are we birthing from all our labors? All too often the emotions of meaninglessness rise, hopeless, pointless, fears and tears fill earth's eyes. We once lived, we'll all die, why even waste the time it takes to cry? Humanity seems to be giving in to the demon of hope lost. Manifesting the depth of God's benevolence has so far required this cost. Because the summation of our actions is collective responsibility for sin and the fractions. And it's starting to seem that to realize the depth of God's grace, we had to endure the misery of this infernal rat race. But does it have to be this way? And how deep will it go? Well, that's where we come in, because it's only we who will know. Currently, unconsciousness is steering our ship, habitually directing where we go. And that's into the ocean of otherness, a dark frozen sea. But I believe one day we will awaken to see that grace was always the geometry forming infinity. Capital L, love is inevitable. We cannot outrun it. It will not run dry. The Christ calls out to stop othering, tend to what's lodged in our own eyes. Because we are poisoning our eyes with the media's lies as they pass out labels marked other. And goad each of us to a sign, to dress up others in any variety of disguise, anything other than me, looking out from your eyes. But in truth, we are all us looking out from our eyes. So then what is separate ego consciousness's fruit? It is the culmination of sin's depravity, as we are burying ourselves in this negative energetic gravity. But since God holds the future, secure in love's vice, then it's our actions, our choices tabulating sin's price. Our collective energies have turned into our cross. Earth is now wallowing in man-made suffering and loss. When will mankind return to consciousness pure? How much of our filth will the cosmos endure? Mankind is currently driven by pride, fears, and materialistic urges to own it. But life abundant is still found hiding within present moments. It's time to wake up, become conscious, thoughtfully realize our role. It's time we turn round, reduce humanity's toll. In these times we inhabit, it's time for mankind's rally. We can each start. In our spheres as we reshape sin's tally, the utter pervasiveness of love has always been our only hope. Let us repent from all this otherness. There is no end to God's rope. But what will be the length of sin's epoch, the span of otherness's years, before cosmic grace as living water washes away earth's well-earned tears? Vaya con Dios.
Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the Into the Now podcast. To connect further, visit intothenow.org for book sales, social media connections, and all things Into the Now. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the show, leave a review, a rating, and share it with your friends.